Well, hello, everybody. It's been a minute since we've had a Monday night training. Thank you guys for letting me have the week off last week. I was in Sundance with Hillary, and man, oh man, was it like gold. Definitely, I'm so appreciative that she allowed me to be her plus one and to go because I really needed it, which was I wasn't expecting to get as much out of it as I did because I was expecting to go as a guest. But man, did I get me some nuggets, and I'm going to, as soon as my mother gets off the phone, I'm going to share some nuggets that I got from that trip with you guys tonight. But first, we are going to do our January award because it's one of those months where we just don't want to look back. We want to look forward. Well, January wasn't much better. I'm just going to tell you, but we had some superstars show up in January, and I am not going to let a month go by without shouting them out and telling them how proud I am of them and recognizing them. Words is going to be really short, and I would not be able to. I would not be able to sleep if I did not recognize these people because they really worked hard. So I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi because we know what happens when that Wi-Fi gets messed up. So hopefully I won't freeze because I was already seeing that I was freezing. So can someone give me a heads up and just say, yes, I'm good. Somebody unmute because I can't see any of you.
You're good.
Okay, good deal. All right. So January of 2022. We had 74 new members come in, 23 on subscription, which is 31%. It's down from our normal average, which our average is right around 38%. So we've really got to work on making sure our people are on subscription. That is the lifeline of our business. The thing that really concerns me is out of 74 new members, we only had 3 new distributors. So that is something that tells me that we are not talking about it like we should. So that's one thing I want you to put on your list. Every single person gets talked to. You don't make that decision for them. They make that decision for themselves. It's up to us to give them the information. They can say yes or no, but with only 0.4% of our new members coming in as distributors, that tells me we are not giving them the information, especially the end of last month when the membership fee was waived and it was only $35. So we need to make sure that we are doing that. That's very, 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 very important. We had that promo where it was the distributor promo. If you got 800 points, you won a free 8-day jumpstart. If you had 1,200 points, you won a 2-pack jumpstart with trim sticks. And if you had 2,400 points, you got all of that plus the X bundle. And we had Bambi Miller won herself a free 8-day jump start with over 800 points. Congratulations, Bambi! That is fantastic. And we had 2 people win the 2-pack jump start and the trim sticks, and that was Stacy Barnes and Rhonda Smith. Both of them had stellar months, and I'm telling you, that is something to be proud of. When you get 1,200 points, not only did that get them the free 2-pack with the trim sticks, it also got them 5 Founders Club points each with the 1,200 points. So, woo! Way to go. That makes me so excited for them. So all 3 of you, congratulations, because when corporate puts something on the table and there's something free, we need to take full advantage of it and take it home. So congratulations to you guys on that. We had 1 person get the Field Goal Club this month. And the way you get the Field Goal Club is you have to have 1,200 plus points. You have to have at least 1 distributor or 50% on subscription. And 2 out of 3 is what you have to have. And the member of our Field Goal Club this month was Rhonda Smith. Superstar. Way to go, girl. So proud of you. And let's just keep that going because top sponsor this month with 8 people enrolled was Rhonda Smith. The highest inception volume with 2,050 points, Rhonda Smith. Most new distributors in the month of January, Rhonda Smith. Man, she took it home. I'm telling you, what a fantastic job that she did in January. Let's just keep going. The highest number of new starts on subscription with 100%. All 4 of the people she signed up on subscription, and that award goes to Bambi Miller. Way to go, girl. Woo! So fantastic. We're going to give out the awards for, first off, the We See You Award. And this goes to a whole team because day in, day out, they work their butts off. They are on the Focus 40s every single day. They do their IPAs every single day. They are in their team chat every single day, doing what it takes to build a successful business. And the We See You Award goes to all of X Team Bama. You guys amaze me. And all of that hard work is going to come back to you. I'm telling you. The team, the True Grit Award. This award this month, she went through a lot with having her grandbaby. Things going on with her daughter, and y'all see what she did. So the True Grit Award this month goes to Rhonda Smith because she did it in spite of the obstacles. And even though it would have been harder for her not to, she pushed through, and boy, did she push through and kill it in January. So congratulations, Rhonda. Fight to the End Award. This one can't go to anybody but Stacy Barnes. She was killing it all month and even the last of it. Go, Stacy. And then the Heart of the X Team this month. This is going to be our last award for tonight. And this, I'm telling you, this person exemplifies what this team means. She does it all. She leads her team with love, but not only that, she pours into this whole team and into the company, even though she doesn't get the benefit off of it, other than she is just the way she is. And the Heart of the X Team for the month of January goes to Teresa Laston. Love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. And you do show heart in everything that you do, and I'm so appreciative of you and what you mean to me and to this team. So I love you so much. So that's our awards for January. I told you they were going to be short and sweet because I've got so much to tell you guys, and train on, because I took home some nuggets. And if you guys listen to the 9 at 9 Friday, you're going to get a double dose. You're going to get what you learned there, but I'm going to give you more because there was so much more than I could fit in just 9 minutes. So I wanted to give that to the 9 at 9, but I wanted to go into this in even further detail tonight, because I heard something, you guys, that I had heard, I don't know how many times, but for some reason, you know how like you can hear things over and over again, but just some things, they just stick. You know, some things you can hear, like you can hear me tell you something every single week, but then all of a sudden somebody else says it and you're like, what? You know, it's just like all of a sudden it sticks, you know, it doesn't just go in this ear and out, because it's all of a sudden it just sticks. And that's what happened, because I've heard this before, but for some reason it just stuck. And it was just, it has made such a difference because of the way it was said. So when we were at Sundance, I was fortunate enough to not only listen to Russ speak to the entire, Russ Fletcher, our CEO, speak to the entire group, but I had enough of my snow activities after the snowmobiling when I went in a few weeks ago, and I declined to go skiing with Hillary. And after seeing her video, I am so thankful to Jesus that I did not go, because I think I would have had a panic attack. No lie. She even told me, so when she got down, she said, you just better be glad that you didn't go, because that would not have been good for mama. I'm just saying. So I decided, I declined it, and I sat at a table the whole time they were gone, and I got to sit there with Russ Fletcher, our CEO, and Curtis Call, our CSO, and just soak it in. I'm telling you, when I say soak it in, they were talking about like how they do the trainings for the corporate and how they do things each month in order to move towards a bigger goal and all these things. And one of the things that he had said to the group was, you are the CEO of your own business. And are you acting like a CEO? And I was like, well, yeah, of course I'm CEO of my own business. But what he said at one point was, as an executive, me, at my rank, I am running a multi-million-dollar empire. And you know my word's empire already, right? But that's not the profit I'm bringing in, but that's the revenue my business is turning based on the dollar amount of purchases. Multi-million-dollar empire, me. And so as a director, because the director's invitational is directors and above, right? So as a director, that business is turning anywhere from 250,000 to $250,000 to $500,000 in revenue. You are running $500,000 empire as a director at a director rank. That's only the 5th rank in our company. So you think about it, as a gold manager, that's 125,000 to $250,000 empire. I was like, what? You know, it's just like lights were going off in my head. And I was like, wow, I'm running a multi-million-dollar empire. You guys are on your way to running a multi-million-dollar empire. You hold in your hand a business that can turn that revenue. And are you acting like the CEO of that kind of business? If you're just getting started and you're less than a year, I've been here 7 years. You know, I'm a lot of years ahead of you guys, right? So if you're just getting started, if you're within your first year, I will tell you that if you were to start a brick and mortar store from the ground up, it would take you 5 years to turn a profit. We turn a profit in the first couple of months because we have no overhead, right? We don't have the shipping cost. We don't have to stock inventory. We don't have to stock shelves. We don't have to have our customer service company. Employees. We don't have employees. We don't have the overhead that a brick and mortar store would have. So it doesn't take us 5 years to see green. It takes us a couple of months, right? So I'm thinking, what in the world, you know, am I acting like a CEO? Well, what does that mean? Hang on a second, my phone is jacked. Okay, so what does that mean? Am I acting like a CEO? So I came home and I'm from corporate America. So I know like the CEO of every company I ever worked for is snooty, snobby. They have a closed door. You know, you have to knock, make appointments. You have to, you know, go in and they're high up. Like they're the people. They are high up. So the definition of a CEO is a chief executive officer. It is the highest ranking executive in a company. Their primary responsibility includes making major corporate decisions, managing the overall operations and resources of their company, and acting as the main point of communication. The CEO is often the face of the company. Okay, so that's what I know of a CEO. And when I looked this up, everything about it was corporate. It was all corporate America about the CEO. But when he said CEO of your own company, he didn't say there was a difference in direct sales and in corporate America. The CEO is the CEO, right? So there's 3 things. When I started researching this, there was 3 things that a successful CEO had to do. One of them was they had to act like a CEO, they had to talk like a CEO, and they had to think like a CEO. So you can't just get the title and expect to reach success. You've got to actually put action behind what you're doing in order for your company to reach the success that you want it to reach. Does that sound familiar? You actually have to do something in order for your company to succeed. You have to actually do something for your team to get somewhere or for you to reach the levels that you want to reach. And so when I was looking at this and when I was comparing it to our Xyngular business, there's so many similarities already that we know. We're already acting like CEOs, and we're already being taught to act like CEOs, even though that's not what the language that we've been using. But listen to the stuff as I'm telling you and I'm teaching you, because you may have some aha moments just listening to it, right? So let's talk about acting like a CEO. Okay, it boils down to 3 main qualities that you need to do to act like a CEO. The first one is, and I'll tell you the 3 qualities, and we're going to go into them in a little bit more detail. Creating a vision. Okay, we talked about that before. Hello. Building a great team. Is anybody going, oh, are y'all hearing the angels singing? And the last one is performing like a CEO, even if you don't always feel like it. I was like, wow. Let's break those down, okay? And you already know this stuff, which is why it's so great. So creating a vision, what does it mean for a CEO to create a vision? Every day that you spend working, you should also have an eye on the future. This is what sets you apart as a CEO, that you're not just looking at what is going on today, that you can see beyond the mundane. You can see beyond the problems. You can see beyond the not getting very far in a certain day to what's going to happen in the future. You can see that tunnel vision. You can see that light at the end of the tunnel. You can see, if you keep going with the tasks that you set and the goals that you set and the vision that you set, and keep doing things to reach that vision, you're going to be able to see beyond the mundane. You're going to be able to see beyond the day-to-day issues and obstacles and things that we have to jump over in order to get to that vision at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so creating a vision is absolutely, that's probably the most important thing. It's the magic, it's the potential, it's the blue skies of what could be. It's what's going to help you with your goals. It's what's going to inspire people to want to be a part of what you're building. So your vision and what you want should be shared with your team. Your team should know that I know things aren't where they're supposed to be right now, but this is where I want to go. This is where I want to take my team. This is what I want us to grow to. You see? The second thing is you have to build a great team. Even when you have the vision of a CEO, if you don't surround yourself with great people, your company could run into trouble. If you have a team member that's negative or has that glass half empty attitude, that can negatively affect the morale of everybody. That could compromise the relationships that you're building. That could destroy what you've already started building. That one little negative thing, it's like it's like a snowball. You know, you start it with just a little bitty ball, and then you start rolling it, and it gets bigger and gets bigger and gets bigger. Because when things, especially like when in the last couple of months, when the numbers have been down, we haven't seen the enrollments, and we haven't got to this boom season yet. When that's what's been going on, people are going to feed on that, and it's like a meh, 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 and then meh, 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 and then meh, 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 and then it gets louder and louder to where all of a sudden you're just like, what happened? What has happened? So as a CEO, you have to put your foot down, and you've got to squash that poison as soon as it starts. Do not let that in your company. And as a CEO, you have that authority for your business. What would happen in corporate America if there was negativity, if there was people that were, it didn't matter if they were good or not. The last company that I was with, they didn't want any of that. They were all about morale. They were all about making it a great place to work. And if there was that negativity, man, you got a call. You got called into that. You didn't want to go in that office. I want to tell you, that's not where you wanted to go because of something like that. So you have that authority, but in order for the the company to grow and to become what that CEO's vision was, can't have that negativity in your business. So you got to squash that like a stinking bug immediately. You've got to yourself lead with integrity. You've got to earn respect of others. The best people are going to be attracted to you and your team, not because of what you have, but because of who you are. So always be that person that has that heart. And we're going to talk about the difference in a corporate CEO and you being the CEO in a little while. But just remember that the people are going to be attracted to you because of what's in here and because of the way you make them feel, not because of what you have to offer them. And then the last thing is perform like a CEO, even when it's difficult. A good CEO is a leader, and the leader is the face of a company. And as the face of the company, you are front and center. This means you need to look and work like a leader, even when you don't feel like it. This takes self-discipline, strength, confidence, and self-esteem. What you do duplicates. Have you heard that before? Good or bad? So if you decide, oh, I'm just going to, I'm going to close my door. I'm going to let everybody else do the work for me. And I'm just going to sit back and just watch it grow. You think that's going to happen? If they just take their foot off the gas, totally rely on everybody else to do the work for them, how far do you think that vision's going to go if they keep doing that month after month and don't do anything? Don't do anything to drive their own business and drive their own vision, but they rely on everybody else to do something and they just sit back and they're not the leader that leads by example and is in the trenches with their people. I can tell you that I've had CEOs like that before, and everybody talked about him. No one had any respect for him, and nobody wanted to work for him. And most of their businesses did not survive. Isn't that interesting? So that is 3 things of how you act like a CEO. So let's keep moving. Let's go to talking like a CEO. And this has to do with what you're speaking out here. You have to talk about big ideas and goals. You have to tell your team what your goals are so they know what you're shooting for. And that they know if you're shooting for this, that you have to believe in them, because it takes a team to grow where you want to go. Speak belief into your people. Keep it simple. Speak simply. Speak simple terms and not anything crazy. Be a straight shooter with people. Be an optimist. When you're the leader, people look to you to tell them what's possible. And I'll tell you a story really quick. In February of 2018, we started the month. January, we had ended, I think, right at 50,000 points. We had about 4 days left in the month. We were at 51,000 points. And a person from corporate called me, and I said, I don't know what it was about. We had this momentum going. We had our foot on the gas. We were excited. Everybody, there was momentum through the whole team. And I told him, I said, I think we had 58,000 points, because I think we needed 42,000, whatever it was. It was a long shot. So it had taken, and February was a short month. So it had taken us 22 days or 24 days to get to 58,000 points. And I told him, my team's going to hit executive this month. We had never hit executive before. And instead of him saying, oh, you can do it, I know you can do it, he says to me, well, stranger things have happened. I was like, what? Oh, but that for about a half second, that deflated me. And if I had been anybody other than me, that could have kept me from doing what we did, which is go on to hit executive that month. But you have to speak belief into people, because if people don't believe in themselves, they've got to borrow your belief. So you have got to speak belief into them. Whatever it is, you can do anything. My Bible says you can do anything through through Christ who gives you strength. So you've got to tell them that they can do it. Make them believe in themselves. And if they don't believe in themselves, give them your belief until they do. So be an optimist and speak into people. Talk about the future. Talk about those visions. Talk about the big goals. Talk about being an ambassador. Talk about being whatever it is that you want to be. Make those vision boards. Put those big things on those vision boards. Don't limit yourself. Don't put what you can do in a box. Don't make it small. Dream big. And talk about the future with your team. Tell them where you're going. Be authentic. Be real. People can see through fake a mile away. And then you've got to stand for something. Don't diminish your values to try to please somebody else. You stand firm on your values and what your beliefs are. Don't compromise that for anybody ever. So talking like a CEO, that was not the exact definitions of a corporate CEO and how a corporate CEO speaks like a CEO, but for our purposes, that's what you should do when you speak like a CEO and build your business. And the last thing is thinking like a CEO. And there's 5 things that at the end of every single day, you should truly ask yourself every single day. And I want you to write these down. The first one is, what did I learn today? The second one, what did I teach or who did I inspire today? The third one, what is the best thing I did today? 4, what can I do better tomorrow? Number 5, who can I help tomorrow? Asking yourself these questions at the end of every single day only takes a few minutes, and get you a journal, get you something to write them down so you can go back and look at those. But the practice of self-evaluation leads to strong self-discipline and continual improvement, because what's tracked and measured improves. So if you want to be a business leader, if you want to be a CEO, you got to think like one too. And I told you that there's a difference in a corporate CEO and what we're doing, because we have a relationship business. We do not have a contractual business like a corporate CEO would. So Kevin Scott preached at my church yesterday, and he talked about the story of Ruth and Naomi, that when she told Ruth to turn around and go back to her homeland, Ruth said, no, where you go, I'm going to go. Your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. And she stayed with Naomi. And he was talking about that sometimes you just loving people will do more for somebody than anything else that you can do. And he gave 4 points. And the first one was, you've got to love people where they are. And some people only want to do this as a hobby. Some people only want to do this when they can, and in order to get a certain amount. Some people have big dreams and they want to take it all the way. But regardless of where they are right now, you've got to keep loving them. Some people just want to be customers, but you've got to keep loving them. Love them where they are. The second one is love them where they're going. Love them all the way to their goals. And again, pour that belief into them that they can go wherever it is that they want to go, and that you're going to be there right by their side and stick with them no matter how long it takes. And you keep investing in your people. Keep investing in them no matter how long it takes. The third one is, not only do you have to love them, but you've got to love their people. So the importance of talking to not just your front line, but the people under them, letting them know that you support them. When somebody underneath at any level on your team, when they hit a rank, call them or send them a card or text them or message them and just tell them how proud you are of them and that you see them. That means the world to people. And then love those, even the ones that aren't lovable, but don't let them in your business. Don't let the poison in your business. But if they're not lovable, you still have to love them. That's your job. So love them where they are, love them where they're going, love them and their people, and then love even the ones that aren't lovable. That's what's going to differentiate you as a CEO of this kind of business. And the when you do those things, when you act like the CEO and take the action, take the trainings, start applying them, start treating your business like a multi-million-dollar business that you hold in your hand, that's going to differentiate you from others. When you start talking like a CEO and you start setting your goals high, you start telling your team and telling yourself where you're going to take this business. Pour the belief in yourself. You've got to talk to yourself too. Look in the mirror and tell yourself those things that I said. Speak belief into yourself. Be a straight shooter with yourself. Be an optimist with yourself. Talk about the future with yourself. That's what's going to differentiate you from any other business in this company. And then you're amazing. You can do anything that you set your mind to. So believe that you can and start thinking like a CEO of a multi-million-dollar empire. Write down that word. I love that word, empire, because it's not just a business. It's something that's going to, it's something, if you build it and you take it where you want to do, it's going to outlive you. It's going to be a legacy that's going to be handed down. You're going to change so many people's lives. And that's what you have to look at. The dreams that you have, the visions you have for where you want to go, every single step that you take is a life that you have impacted. Can you imagine getting to that executive rank, getting to the platinum executive rank, getting to those ambassador ranks? How many lives that you have impacted when you get to that level? So you don't even have to, I mean, yeah, it's a dollar amount. It's a multi-million-dollar empire. But each dollar represents a life that you've changed because you weren't afraid to take those steps, and you weren't afraid to keep going even when it was hard, and you weren't afraid to speak belief into yourself and to your team, and you didn't let anything stop you. You didn't let those obstacles or those barriers or those slow months or the returns or the people that quit. You didn't let that stop you. You had the vision to keep going, and because you did, there's going to be people that follow you and people that come into your life years down the road because you had the belief and you didn't let fear stop you. You let your faith be bigger than your fear. You let your steps keep going, even when it would be easier to stop. And even when there's things that, and I'm going to tell you, this is a simple business, but it's not easy. You have got to put the work into it. But if you do, I'm telling you that it will be anything that beyond anything that you can dream or imagine. What do we say? It's going to be exceedingly and abundantly and more than we could ever think or ask. That's what it's going to be. And there's going to be so many lives that you impact, so many lives that you change, so many lives that are going to come with you and be changed both financially and physically. Because of you, because you made the decision that you wanted something more, and because you want something more, it's going to help so many other people. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. So even though that when you do those things, every single one of you are already a CEO. Every single one of you already are. So let's just take it to the next level. Start believing you are. see how big we can make it, because this month's going to be amazing. We've got this fantastic new X Factor. Don't you love the X Factor? Hello. It's a discounted price on our 3 best-selling products. Zing trim sticks, which you can choose your flavor. This is here to stay forever. They get to choose pink. You get to choose pink lemonade, orange pineapple, or fruit punch. And the X bundles now, you can choose which flavor shake you want. Did y'all see that? Everybody has seen that now. So they are getting us to where we have those choices. And I will tell you that we did I did a beta group today, and I had a sneak peek of the new shopping experience that's coming. And I am so excited about the future of our company. They just keep doing things to make it so much more user friendly, and so much more just bringing us into the next century, bringing us into what people expect when they go to a website, which I'm really, really excited about. So we've got that coming up. We've got fantastic things that are coming at Xyngular. If you are not registered for that event, register and figure it out later, because I'm telling you, there are going to be so many things that I've already gotten little hints here and there. I don't know exactly, but I am not missing it at all. I don't want to miss 1 second, because it's going to be good, people. I'm just telling you. And so not just that, but this month we've got the quick start bonus. So 4 X Factors, those X Factors are $175. 4 of those can help someone get to quick start. That will make them $300. Get them started with the X Factor, help them find 4 people. They're not only going to make their money back, but they're going to get another $125 on top of that to put in their pocket to do whatever they want to with it. And then you're going to make $50 for every quick start that you help get started. So, and there's no limits. So you want to make an extra, I don't know, $500 this month, help 10 people get their quick start. So it's, again, this is the month to go. We are right here at halfway. Today is halfway. Let's make the second half of this month epic. Let's make it bigger than we could ever dream. Let's make it exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask. Go back and just hone into everybody. Talk to them, pick up the phone, get your customers, the 74 people that we signed up last month. Can you imagine if we helped all of them get to quick start? Where would your points be? What about the last 2 months? What about everybody that you signed up the last 2 months? What if we help them upgrade and get their quick start bonus? How would that help your points? What about the 5 people that you're going to sign up this month? What if we helped all 5 of them get their quick starts? How would that help your business? Start acting like a CEO, see your vision and go after it. Anybody got anything? Hello? Anybody?
Melissa, I do.
Yeah.
Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Central Time. If you're still okay with us being here on Zoom, Locke's going to be speaking to my group, and everybody can come and listen if they want to.
I'm excited about that. He's doing a training for Teresa's for Bama, so everybody is welcome, and that's 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Central.
Yep.
Right after the Focus 40s that you guys should all be on, because we're still doing them. Thank you for opening that up, Teresa.
You're welcome.
I will not be able to get on. I'll be at church, but I'll try to get on as soon as I leave. Anybody else got anything?
I do.
Hey.
I want to brag on you. Miss Top 10. You blew it out last month, and I don't know your exact numbers, but I know they were badass. You won everything out there. I don't know why I'm crying, because I'm proud of you, I guess. But I'm always proud of you. But last month you showed up and showed out. And we appreciate your leadership.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got the X bundle. I'm just gonna say. I won't leave anything on the table. If they're gonna give away something, I'm getting it. So, anybody else got anything? All right. Well, sorry it was a little long tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and close us out. And I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over this team. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. We are in the right place at the right time. I declare a boldness to rise up in each one of you. God's going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out. We're going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and the glory for it all. Love you guys. See you later.